we're at the exact location that they filmed the Provo Bigfoot video that was posted on Reddit on January 2nd, 2019. And we're just investigating the spot, and the Bigfoot was up there. So we're gonna take a look around and see if we can find anything that adds or takes away from the incident. But yeah, go look at the video and you guys will see that we're sitting at the exact spot, maybe a couple of feet off. You know, we always come up investigating these things and hope that lightning strikes twice. Sorry about my little jitterness. I don't have this on a tripod or nothing. We're sitting in the vehicle. We don't want to like creep out the neighborhood that we're pacing up and down their streets looking for Bigfoot. I mean, we are planning on hiking up there if there's public access, and we're just about ready to go look and see if we can find that public access so we can see what's going on up there. This is as close as we could drive to the actual spot, and gets us a little bit closer, but it took place up over this hill right there. We're kind of looking around, making sure we don't have to get on someone's property. Making sure we can legally hike up there if we can. Alright, we're going to drive up and down this a little bit and see if we can find the best route to get up there, the safest. It's icy, snow, mud.
It's literally 2,000 feet and about 200 yards. It goes almost straight up. It is very deceiving just how steep this is.
I see something up there moving around. See that up there moving around, Derek?
I didn't see it. I'm trying to get it through the sunroof, but I'm going to have to open it. Oh, I didn't want to hold it. I'm going to open it because I'm getting a glare.
I just saw movement up there and I don't know what it is. I'm zooming in on the spot that I just saw movement.
It's a deer.
Is it in the frame of the camera?
Give it. Give it.
Alright. It's not the Bigfoot we're looking for, but there's an animal up there.
Zoom.
As steep and as crazy as this, it doesn't make sense. Okay, the sunlight's now on our side of the mountain. We've been scouting around between here and Squaw Peak looking for the best way to get up there. It's just been steep and treacherous.
So you see that standalone pine tree on the very, very top peak, or the top of the...
Yeah.
It lines up straight with that from the right pine tree, and I think...
Yeah.
I think...
We're a little bit too far forward.
I think they were standing, I bet you they were standing up in this...
They were in that driveway
yard.
That's right behind us, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to zoom right into the spot where I think the Bigfoot was standing when they filmed it. I think it was right around there. Eric and I just sat and watched the video right here. But yeah, that's pretty close to where it was at. And we're just finding how treacherous it is to get to that spot. And after seeing that deer up there, and that deer just looked tiny, and for that thing to look so huge, we were closer. We were the next road over, closer to that, and there was a deer up there, and with our own eyes it just looked tiny. And so for that Bigfoot to be as big looking as it was from back here even further, I mean, that thing was huge.
Oh yeah, well here, yeah, it is huge.
Yeah, and I'll kind of, I wonder if they, is it playing?
Oh, it's not playing. I just got it paused.
You got it paused at the...
I got it paused with it standing up right there, and you can see that pine tree that I told you about. It lines up. Oh.
I zoomed in. They can't see your message. Whatever it was. Yeah, there's a screenshot or whatever of the video. And then, you know, so you guys can see we're in the right spot, or pretty damn close, within a few feet. But yeah, it was standing right around there. Yeah, we're gonna do what we can. I know everybody watching is like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, you guys want to do that, you just need to come up and do it yourself. We're gonna do what we can, and we're gonna try and safely. Yeah, I'm not breaking my leg to go up and look for footprints. I mean, we're gonna try, but if we can't make it to that, oh well. I've got a dozen casts at home. I've got videos and pictures of a couple of hundred footprints. We're here to get a sense of how big it was live, and being here live, it's really starting to hit home how huge that thing was up there, especially after we saw a deer up there. And then you know, I'm here looking for Bigfoot. If it was here a day or two ago, it might still be in the area. So we're going between here, Squaw Peak, Tribble Creek, Alpine Loop. We're looking around. It may still be in the area. I'm after Bigfoot, not some footprints. Right, Derek and I parked at the only legitimate place people that want to come up here and publicly hike can hike. Otherwise, you're in someone's yard, someone's house, and this is the only, and we have spent over an hour, maybe two, driving back and forth between here and Squaw Peak, looking for the best way to get up to where that Bigfoot was filmed. And I started a time-lapse camera to film us going up there, so you guys can kind of see how treacherous it is. But we just filmed and took pictures of a deer that was up by that reddish tree a little earlier this morning when this was still in the shadows. And I was just amazed at how tiny that deer looked with our own two eyes, you know. And then that video off of a cell phone, how huge that Bigfoot was in comparison to the deer. It's kind of hitting home, you know. And so we're hiking up there. This is the only legitimate way. So now we're looking for people tracks or Bigfoot tracks coming in and out. This seems awful steep and treacherous. This is steep and rough going, you guys. You're welcome to stay down here. I'm gonna get up as far as I can get. Some rocks right here. I need to get above those rocks, because I believe the Bigfoot was right up above them to the right. And just look how steep this is. Lots of deer up here, where a deer stopped and did his business. And that Bigfoot was up there somewhere. Look how steep this has gotten on me. I mean, I go that way, which is the most direct route. I'm gonna have to climb some rock faces, or I can keep going this extremely steep way and get up and around them. See a break off up here too on that oak brush. I'm having a hard time getting past this section. It is so steep. Probably only hiked in these boots 3 times. I mean, they got fresh tread. By the way, I've seen nothing but animal tracks. Some of the people on, or one of the people on Reddit that says he's already hiked up here, you must have levitated, because I'm not seeing your tracks. And it hasn't snowed since that was filmed. I'm up to some rocks. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I take a step and then I slide. I'm just having a hard time getting past this spot. That house there, they filmed over the top of those houses and those two trees up here from that driveway. I'm really close to the exact spot. That looks like an old Bigfoot track right there. I don't know if you can make that out, but it looks Bigfoot shaped. Looks a little bit older. Let's put my foot right next to it. My foot's 12.5 inches. So you can plainly see that track's 17 or better. Oh, it's not as definitive as I would like to see, so I'll continue to look. So many animal tracks. If you guys notice, not a single human footprint amongst these in front of me. Not saying people haven't already been up here, but they didn't come the most logical way. You know, if they had permission or just don't give a crap and went across someone's private yard down there. But this direction I came from is the most logical public way to get up here. Okay, seeing some maple and I saw some oak brush. Just heard some turkeys. I was off in the distance. Maybe the camera picked it up. I doubt it. Look at this piece of oak brush right here. Or it's a type of maple. The way the bark's torn off. Looks like a buck or a bull sat and rattled its antlers right here. Oh, I'm about ready to head across to where I think it was standing pretty damn close. Yeah, okay, get it in that location. And I keep looking back at those pine trees and the houses they filmed over and the driveway that they were at to get myself in position, and I'm really close. Down below I saw a few boot tracks, but just a couple. But up here on the top, all I've seen is animal tracks, and I saw one kind of old looking Bigfoot track. Big old Bigfoot shaped going downhill that looks like it was 17, maybe 18 inches long by about 8 inches wide. So now I'm keeping my eye open for more Bigfoot tracks and animal tracks. But as soon as I get to the location that I think it is by the right angled back, then I'm gonna start coming back. It has been treacherous and scary. Oh, I'm having a rough time even in these new boots. All right, I'm gonna head across this little gully to where I think it happened. All right, I'll make sure you're in position before I head back. Okay, bye. All right, gave Derek a call. He's down there trying to get into position. That way, if we can get me pretty close to where the Bigfoot was, I'm 5'7", so that'll give everybody the idea of the size of the creature that was up here in comparison to my 5'7" height. I'm not seeing any human tracks at all. Way down below, closer to the road, I saw a couple of boot tracks. I think some of the neighborhood kids come up here and climb up a ways and snowboard down or sled down or whatever. But I haven't seen any humans up this high. All I've seen is deer and rabbit. And then the one suspect Bigfoot track. It's cold. It was 21 degrees when I headed up on this hike. And just been hiking straight up, fighting the slippery snow and ice. And I taste blood. Ooh, more turkeys. Some gobblers up here. I actually think the Bigfoot was standing right over there. There's a deep gully between me and where it was at, with lots of oak brush, rocks. So I'm trying to get up a little bit higher, seeing if I can get around this gully somehow. Ooh, there's a hare. There's a couple of hares. I would collect them, but this is deer tracks I'm following. If it was Bigfoot tracks, those hairs would go in my pocket. Oh, more hair. More hair. You know, if it was any other time of year without snow on the ground, I think that Bigfoot would have blended in perfectly, and they probably wouldn't have saw it down there. It's where a deer's been bedding down. Perhaps that's why the Bigfoot was here. I'm gonna zoom in on Derek. Those are the two pine trees that they were filming over, the two houses in view, and there's the driveway they were filming from. And then there's Derek's Toyota Tundra, and he's waiting for me to get in to position. And I will call him when I get into position. See, there's the giant city of Provo out there, so plenty of cell phone towers, luckily. All right, let's do this. Oh, this is nasty. I'm afraid going down is going to be worse than it was coming up.
And I'll try and keep the camera rolling most of the time in case I scare up that Bigfoot if he's still in the area. All right, this looks like the best place to pass through that gully. No people tracks. I'm coming right on to where that Bigfoot was filmed. There's no doubt in my mind. I am walking into the clearing where that Bigfoot was. And lo and behold, another Bigfoot track, people. That is Bigfoot. Toe. There's his toes. There's his track. It's another one of his tracks. I'm already, and there's my track. There's human right next to a Bigfoot track. Wow. Yeah, I saw that guy on Reddit say he hiked up here and didn't find nothing. And as soon as I come into the clearing, I know where it happened. Bam! Bigfoot tracks. All right, person has been up here. And these people tracks are a little bit smaller than mine. And they're iced over. So someone has come up and investigated. Look, a rock was laying there at one point in time and was pulled up. Heavy rock. I mean, the bears will turn rocks to get grubs and stuff under them. Oh, and here's the elk set of tracks. No, I'm sorry. Those are the front feet of a rabbit. Rabbit come through here. All right, well, I have found people tracks and Bigfoot tracks up here. I'm gonna call Derek so that we can get in the position that he wants me to be. Let me turn it on speakerphone. Just a second. Okay, am I in the right spot?
You're absolutely. In fact, I think you're a little bit higher than where it was. Where you first initially were, when you're a little bit further to your south, I think is more where it was, but it could have been straight between where you are now and it could have been this way a little bit because there's a little bit more of a clearing that's there. But I'm telling you, Matt, you can hardly even see that you were there. I recorded a little bit. I took a couple pictures. You were standing in the clearing, and it pretty much took the snow behind you for me to even be able to see you. As dark as you are, whatever it was, I kid you not, 3 to 4 times the size of you.
Yeah,
Pitch black.
all right, I want to point out, as soon as I busted out a cover into the clearing, paralleling cover, Bigfoot tracks. And then when I got out into the clearing a ways, I did find human boot tracks that were smaller than mine, but the Bigfoot track, clearly with the toes that I filmed, was bigger than my track. And then the Bigfoot track that I found the next draw over was even bigger than that. But it could be the same one that slid a little bit. It was a steep part and it was going downhill. So the Bigfoot may have slid a little bit there. But I did find a trackway, and it was evident to me that whatever was leaving that trackway was trying to pick spots, not to leave tracks. But yeah, I did find somebody did come up here that for whatever reason, maybe to investigate this Bigfoot sighting. But I did find a smaller boot track than me. But if they didn't see the Bigfoot tracks, they missed them, because they They were probably about 20 feet from where the Bigfoot was paralleling the clearing. So can you see me where I'm at now?
I cannot see.
Where do I need to be to, in your opinion, to be in the right spot?
I need to know where you are.
You can't see. I can see your truck. I just raised my, I know I'm probably just tiny up here. You see me waving my camera?
Where the hell are you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the right spot where that Bigfoot would have been.
I saw you before when you were further south, but
Okay.
I've lost track of you completely now.
So you were able to take some pictures of me up here?
I took some pictures of you up there.
I just found more Bigfoot tracks. Right here, people.
I want to be up there.
That's all right. We needed you down there for the size comparison. Those aren't boot tracks. I just saw boot tracks up here. Those are Bigfoot, people. So I've accomplished what I wanted to. I come up here to see if there was people tracks or Bigfoot tracks, and I found both. And then you say you got a picture of me up here somewhere?
I got a picture of you. I took a few pictures of you, and I also took some video of you as well.
How about right here? Can you see me?
Yes, I see where you are.
Yeah, get some pictures and video.
Now, hold on, right where you are. That's got it. Now, hold on.
Yeah, I found Bigfoot tracks up here, dude.
Yeah, don't move, Kelly.
All right, I'll stay here as long as you need me to. All right, I'm running out of SD card. I'm going to turn the camera off for a little while in case I do run into that Bigfoot. I can have something with it left, but I only have a few minutes left. But yeah, I found what I was looking for. If I find more tracks up here, I'll document them. I moved forward for Derek so he can get some pictures and video of me, so we can kind of compare the two and get the idea of the size. I found probably 8, 9, maybe a dozen Bigfoot tracks up here so far. And I want to point out, I did find one set of human boot tracks, a little smaller than mine, and they were well-defined boots. And the Bigfoot tracks, one of them I found really good toes that I filmed for you guys, pointed out toes. So, you know, not saying it was Bigfoot, but Bigfoot was filmed here just a couple of days ago. So there's a very, yeah.
Where you are right there, I would still put it at least twice the size of you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get off the mountain. I'm almost out of SD card size.
Did you see any quaking aspens up there?
No, I think all the quaky aspens were in the foreground between you and me. Yeah.
And that's possible.
I only see quakies below me. I don't see any above me, but that doesn't mean there isn't any up there.
And you're probably right. When you have the video, I was probably just seeing it in the foreground, and I was seeing the tops of these actual quaking aspens is what I was thinking. No. But yeah, just be careful coming down, dude, because that's nasty.
Okay, well, I'm going to get down off the mountain, and then we can go around and scout and glass the mountainsides for Bigfoot. It may still be in the area. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.
Derek had a much better camera than the guys that filmed the suspect Bigfoot, and that's on the left. I'm on the right if you can make me out. Look how scrawny my legs are compared to it. I have like stick legs compared to it, and then it has a lot more girth. We tried to match them up with that tree that's up at the top. If you see that pine tree right directly above the Bigfoot on the left, and then some of these screenshots we leave the tree in. I'm not in the exact spot the Bigfoot is, and you know, we tried to match it up as well as we can. Maybe it is Bigfoot, maybe it isn't. We investigated, that's what we found. We'll leave a link to their video in the description.